Hey, I read on the group page of the day that somebody was asking how to make a protein shake. Protein shakes are really specific to the individual. You can have as many things in your protein shake as you like. You can make a great protein shake, you can make a bad protein shake. And it's not really the product that makes a protein shake not good. It's actually the way you mix it or the way you prepare it and the things that you do with it. So I'm going to make you a few protein shakes this morning. Now, as I said, it all depends on how or what it is that your requirements are. So for me, I'm going to make one for myself. I'm going to make two for myself. I'm going to make two different ones. So I got a few things here. Obviously, I have my protein powder, and this is Leap Nutrition. They're my sponsor, so they're actually supporting me as I train this year for my next show. So that's why I'm using this. Strawberry is my favorite. Obviously, I have my shaker cup. I have my strainer. I use dextrose. This is what I use after I train and in the morning and stuff, because this helps in aiding my body, providing the energy that I need. And this is not something that I would suggest to anybody to use unless you're actually, competitive like myself. I'm going to make a protein shake actually with oats as well, which I've already measured out my oats. So sometimes it's a really easy and quick meal to make while you're at work and you don't have a lot of time. It's nutritious, obviously, full of carbohydrates, proteins, and even fats. All right, I've got my water. So essentially the first thing I'm going to do is use a scale. Now the reason why I use a scale is really simple, because sometimes the measurements on the container that say, X amount of weight equals X amount of protein isn't always accurate. And even so, maybe it's not the way, you're not as accurate in the way that you use a scoop or whatever the case is. So the best measure is to use a scale. So basically I put the scale on and I put my cup on. Once I do that, of course, it tells me how many grams my cup is, and I set 0. Now, the first one I'm going to make for you is just purely a protein and dextrose shake. Okay, now I have a tendency to make a huge mess. I clean up, but I can make a huge mess. So now I know, for example, that to get 50 grams of protein, I need 63 grams of protein powder. So that is something that you actually have to understand when you're looking at your container, your product, and so on and so forth. So I don't really count the scoops, I just count the grams on the scale. All right, so I know how many grams I need. So if this is going to be a 50-gram protein shake of powder, then in fact I'm going to put 63 grams of protein powder in, and I've done that. All right, so that takes care of that. Now I have my scale. I'm going to reset it back to 0. The reason why I reset it is now because I need my dextrose, and with me, dextrose, I put in 110 grams. Okay, so then I have to mark this. So this is all the specifics that have to go on. Now you can use strawberries, you can use peanut butter, natural peanut butter that is, you can use a bit of agave syrup, okay? I'm going a little bit slow because I don't like to go over. And there we go, now we're starting to mix. All right, especially with this powder. All right, so there's my 110 grams of dextrose. Now this is just basically a simple protein shake for me. So then at this point, all I'm gonna do is take my water, I'm gonna mix it in. Now when you're mixing in water, thicker or thinner, it's really up to you. All right, so see, business never stops. All right, now we got the water in there, and we put the strainer on. You have to make sure this is on properly, because if it's not on properly, then of course, we're not open. Then of course what happens when you put the lid on, like myself, and I've done many times, you shake it, and you get protein powder, protein shake all over the place. So, right, and shake. Now you're not going to burn a lot of calories doing this, but you get a little bit of workout. Okay, and essentially now your shake is done. Now somebody wants us. They probably want to know about the 2 months free in December. Okay, and look at that. Ah, now, if that's not nutritious looking, I don't know what is. Okay, so that's just a pure protein, dextrose protein shake. shaken nicely. You don't need a blender, nothing. Okay, now I'm gonna do exactly the same thing, but now I'm gonna put oats. Now I know in my meal in this meal I need 100 grams of dry oats. 100 grams of carbohydrates from oats, which means I need 166 grams of oats in my container. So that's what I've already measured out just to save time. I put my scale back on. All right, and I set it to 0. Why? Because I gotta put my protein powder back in. All right, so now I have a dry mixture and I put in my, let's say 50 grams again, so 63 grams of protein. All right. And we're there. Okay, so now, again, we take water and we fill it up. Now this is a little bit different because the more water you put in, obviously, and the longer you let it sit, well, that was a mistake. We need a different shaker cup. All right, so what you need, so I haven't made a mess yet, so I'm thinking it's coming. All right, so you see the water hasn't gone down yet, so you really have to actually kind of start shaking this up a bit, get the water all the way through, and right now, all of a sudden, everything is kind of sunk to the bottom, and we need a lot more water, because this you do not want to be, basically eating, okay? So what you want to do here is you want to make it as runny as possible. All right, and as the oats sit in the cup, it takes me about 5 minutes. I let it sit, and then they soften right up. Okay, much easier. And there you go. Now I have a protein shake with 100 grams of carbohydrates, strawberry protein, and that's it. I could have put something else in there if I wanted, cinnamon or agave. And I have a protein shake, another one with 50 grams of protein, 110 grams of dextrose, ready to go. And that's how easy it is. All you need, good protein, shaker cup, strainer, water, and a scale. Okay, so hopefully that works for you, and happy shaking.